Peace to the cosmos, peace to the gods and goddesses, peace to the earth and peace to the soul tribe. Good vibes that stimulate your mind, body, soul, and your brain. Generate it, activate it, motivate it, and elevate it. Now that's game. So let it go with the flow and tune to the spirit. Listen with your third eye so you can feel this and hear it. Metaphysics and music, baby.
Metaphysics and that music, you know how we do it. More than just a podcast, it's a culture and a movement.
We do this for the tribe, we do this for the nation. It's all feathers up, so it's no hesitation.
Metaphysics and that music, you know how we coming. We killing ignorance, so you better get to running.
We been at war, and we still at war. They started civil war all over tribal war.
The music game is twisted, it's a dose of something real. My brothers ride with books that's equivalent to the steel. It's not a standing fight, but it's also the time to heal. They keep trying to dim my light, but this fire can't be concealed.
Yo, metaphysics always been a thing. Metaphysics and music, that's our big bang. Oh yeah, we spin our mathematics like rosemary. Our words are aromatic.
Yeah, this that metaphysics and that music. Yeah, this that metaphysics and that music. Yeah, this that metaphysics and that music. We're more than just a podcast, it's a culture and a movement. Yeah, this that metaphysics and that music. Yeah, this that metaphysics and that music. Yeah, this that metaphysics and that music. We're more than just a podcast, it's a culture and a movement.
What it do, my brothers? What it do, my sisters? To all of my kin folks and my knee G's out there, you already know. Back at you again. What up, tribe? Yo, man, check this out. I know earlier this week, I wound up doing a short little reel. And the word of the day was, for that day, it was invest. So I told y'all I'm gonna do a video, talking about investing. And this video, this is for entertainment purposes only and educational purposes only. I'm not going to be talking about, you need to be investing your money in a certain crypto and a certain stock, certain bonds, anything like that. It sounds good and whatnot. I mean, I invest my money into what I invested in. I do have crypto, I do have gold, I do have silver, some other stuff also, NFTs and whatnot. But like I said, this video, it's not about any of that. The investing that I'm talking about is you investing into yourself. When it's all said and done, I'm going to talk a little bit, just a little bit about the transportation logistic industry, and then I'm definitely gonna jump on the music tip. Now, when it comes to transportation logistic industry, yes, I have been at it for about 15 years now. Actually going on 16 years this year. So I am very proud of myself. Number one, for being committed, being loyal, and sticking to it. Y'all just don't know. Some days have been better than others. You know what I'm saying? Came in the game, 2010, and it's 2025. You know what I mean? Seen a lot during that time leading up to now. Something that I have been learning during this whole time of actually driving is the importance of investing into myself. Now, I'm not talking about me investing money into myself. What I'm talking about, all right, let me break this down to y'all real quick. You have different kind of things that you can invest into, okay? If you have kids, you invest your love, your time, and your money into your kids. Depending on what kind of career you have, you invest somewhat of the same thing, money, time, and love into your career. If you're an athlete, you're definitely investing into yourself. You're investing into your health, your physical health, to your mental health, hell, whatever lifestyle that you might live, you know what I'm saying? And then also for the future, you know, if you retire, you get hurt, well, whatever the case might be, future businesses and whatnot. So it's so many different avenues and ways that a person can invest. Relationships, them are investments. You got business relationships, and then of course you have love relationships. So with the love relationships, oh man, you definitely invest in love, patience, comprehend, fuck else, time, money, just a little bit of everything. Because you are giving, literally, you're giving yourself to someone, and then in return, you want to receive. And that's the thing about investing. You have to give in order to get something. It's an old school saying. You have to spend money to make money. You know what I mean? And that's true. You literally have to spend money to make some money from back in the day, leading up to till now. So that's the relationship with the love part. Dealing with a partner. Now, business relationship, you're definitely investing time and money, blood, sweat, and tears into something. For a good example, me doing trucking and whatnot. Hypothetically, let's say I start investing money into my own semi truck. Okay, so that right there, blood, sweat, tears. You know what I'm saying, and also money. Also, at the same time, depending on if I'm going to run up under my own authority or am I going to run up under someone else's authority. And with that business relationship, it's going to be some good days. It's going to be some bad days. That's something that I have been seeing and noticing for probably about almost about a month now. The rates have definitely changed. I'm not gonna put too much of what I got going on, but I'll let y'all know later on whatnot. But I wound up picking up a load in Greenville, Tennessee, and I wound up going out to Palestine, Texas. The load wound up paying the truck like $1,800. It came out to I think like $2 and some change per mile and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, and I like them kind of loads because now our business relationship is going a whole lot more better. Picked up a load in Atlanta, brought it up here to Chattanooga. That load was only $500. Now, some of y'all probably like, man, that's bullshit. But keep this in mind. Atlanta to Chattanooga, it's only a 2-hour ride, so it was what 120 something fucking miles. So you got to do the math. If you break it down, it probably came out to like $1 and some change and whatnot. So yeah, fam. I like I said, I think that's probably like $1. It might be like $1.50. I don't know exactly what the numbers is because I didn't break it down. When I seen it, I was like, but then I had to remind myself, I was like, man, we only going 2 hours, but plus we're going home. You know what I'm saying? It's like we'll take it and everything. What I also been noticing with this giving and receiving or investing thing is by the fuel prices, diesel, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the price of diesel has shot up. Matter of fact, the price of diesel has shot up actually before the quote unquote 12-day war. That Friday, and matter of fact, because me and bro, we was talking about this last week, 2 weeks ago, when all this shit was going on. Because I said, bro, you didn't notice the fuel prices had shot up on Friday? And he said, no. He was like, be honest with you, I didn't even, top my tanks off. And I said, man, I was coming back up from Birmingham back to Chattanooga and whatnot. And I said, man, when I woke up that Friday morning, because I had to deliver in Birmingham. So when I woke up that Friday morning, matter of fact, I was at the Petro off of 59. The fuel prices, when I made it there Thursday, it was like $3.50, $3.40-ish or whatnot. Woke up that Friday morning, the price had shot up to like $4.09. So right then and there, I was like, man, something's going on. Because diesel just don't don't shoot up, from overnight. Not like that. Not unless it's something going on. And then that Saturday, that's when, quote unquote, with the bombs and what was done and everything. So that investment that week, oh man, it wasn't good for me that week, because I had to put a little bit more fuel in the truck and whatnot, and shit, I'm paying for the fuel. So the investing that I got going on with this trucking industry and whatnot, blood, sweat, and tears, man. Blood, sweat, and tears. Every week it's almost like I'm trying to retune and some shit. Like what can I do better, this week that I might have fucked up at last week. You know what I'm saying? So that, like I said, that's something that I'm consistently learning and whatnot. Now, the other thing about investing, because I'm gonna hit on this, and then I'm gonna get straight to the music. The other thing about investing is, y'all might not realize this or not, but this is 2025. We like 2026 is right around the corner, and probably about what, 5, 6, 7. Let's say between 5 to 7 years ago, the whole entire world was going through what. You know what I'm saying? Lost a lot of loved ones, lost friends, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And at that point in time, when everything was shut down, everybody had to do stuff for themselves. So it was one of them. You couldn't rely on people. You couldn't rely on the next man. You couldn't rely on the next woman. Yeah, you might have wanted to, but when it was all said and done, the old school survival skills should have kicked back in, with y'all and whatnot. If you had land, at that point in time, hopefully you was growing, your own fruits and your own vegetables. That's something that I paid attention to a lot, was how serious, important it is, and it is, and it was, and even now, how important it is for us to get back to growing our own shit, if we can, because everybody's situation is not set up the same. You know what I'm saying? So if you can, yes, get back to it. Another thing was when it came to church, man. I mean, we seen the churches like literally change, because people couldn't come to church, they couldn't donate. So the churches, they had to change up their whole game, and they was doing online services and stuff like that. And then that's when I really I know I noticed that the people that was on the borderline of going back and forth to church and whatnot, that's when a lot of them started to get on the other side of spirituality. And this is the difference. Spirituality and religion is two different things. So I always keep that in mind. Religion is organized group, everybody together. Spirituality is individual. Spirituality, basically, it's like this: whatever you put out, that's what you get back. And spirituality, whatever you put out, that's what you get back. So if you don't put no work in on anything, that's exactly what you're gonna get is nothing. In religion, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you're with a group, quote unquote, of people. Y'all organized and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with being organized and stuff like that, but also at the same time, dealing with spirituality, it's on you. It's totally on you, on what you gonna do. If you gonna put the work in, you gonna put the work in. If you ain't, hey, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So from that time leading up till now, it seemed like everybody didn't forgot. Everybody went back to life as normal, as they say. And I'm looking, I'm like, yo, like y'all, no, man, don't fucking forget. Like seriously, do not fucking forget. I'm not saying, don't do this and don't do that, but don't forget, at the end of the day, you have to invest into yourself. That's what it all boils down to. You have to invest into yourself. Like I said, y'all got kids and whatnot. Y'all investing into y'all kids because quote unquote they are your future. You know what I'm saying? If you got grandkids, they're your future. You know what I mean? So it's whatever you want to do, whatever road you want to go down, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? Music. I'm not gonna be long on this subject because be honest with y'all, I did previously record this video. It was about an hour long. And I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. So we're gonna re-record it and go from there. I'm surprised you ain't hear what the fuck I just heard. I got some people, this apartment complex, they moving and whatnot, they yelling and screaming and everything. But anyway, it's like this, man. Okay, let me set this up for y'all real quick. 93, 94. That was my freshman year in high school, right? That's the year that I met my rap partner, my business partner, my brother, aka DJ Ace Grind. And from then leading up till now, I can honestly say the music industry has totally changed. Just like the transportation industry has changed from 2010 leading up till now. Same thing with the music industry. Back then, you had marketing, advertising companies, but the major labels, they was the ones that was really dealing with them. Your independent artists, some of them was dealing with them, but you had to pay. You know what I'm saying? Now, in this time and era that we in now, man, it's like it's many different companies and so many different people. Hell, I'm gonna put y'all like this, because I am a manager also, a music manager, and the things that I've been paying attention to, that I've been watching, it's more easier for artists nowadays to get their music out there. But what y'all don't realize, getting it out there, that's the easy part. The hardest part that I see that a lot of artists have now, they're not consistent. This is June, so we're going in July. So an artist puts out something in June. July roll around. What is it, September, August, whatever months after July, that months roll around. Then you got what, October? You know what I'm saying? And from June to October, from June to October, you as the artist, you ain't put shit out. You ain't put nothing out. So that right there, that little gap right there, people that might have heard of you in June and they ain't heard nothing in July and so on and so on, they done forgot about you. Just like that. They done forgot about you. Yeah, you might have some nice music and whatnot, but they done forgot about you. So that's the main thing, the biggest thing that I'm seeing with a lot of artists that's coming out. Y'all not being consistent. Y'all not being consistent whatsoever. Y'all have more, and y'all don't want to invest. Listen, check this out. Some of y'all think y'all need a manager. Y'all don't need no manager. You can really do everything by yourself. Real talk. The thing that you might need, if you feel like this, get an investor or investors. Look for someone that's willing to invest some money into your career when it's all said and done. Now, the reason that I'm saying all of this is because it's plenty of DJs that's out here that have their own internet radio stations. Shout out to DJ Ace Grind. Shout out to DJ Chill Will. Shout out to DJ Lil Stevie. Shout out to DJ Mr. CEO. All of them DJs that I just named, they all have different services. Now, Ace, Chill, and CEO, the services that they provide is they got access to internet radio stations and also regular radio stations. And they have different packages where you submit your song, to them for a fee. Once again, you have to invest for a fee. And then your stuff is going to get played 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, depending on what kind of package that you go with. Shout out to Jake Radio also. That's another person. Like I said, for a fee, So your shit is gonna get played on there. Jake Radio is what West Coast. Just to put that out there. Keys to the Street also, I believe she got something going on. I know she's in LA and she's on the West Coast also. So DJ Chill Will, Valdosta, Georgia, going down in the Florida range. Ace is Midwest. You might say Ohio, Indiana. I know they got other outlets somewhat on the East Coast and whatnot. Mr. CEO, East Coast, from New York, well, actually from Connecticut going all the way down to Miami. So the choice is yours. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, but you got to invest. Now, the thing about investing, I'm gonna break this down to y'all. This is my left hand. This is my right hand. In spirituality, one of the things is to receive is your left. To put out is your right. So it's an energy exchange when it's all said and done. If you know that your money is a little fucked up, a little funny, don't try to put yourself out there and contact and reach out to all these different people and whatnot, and they start hitting you with the info, and then they say, all right, bro, all right, sis, when you try to make this happen, we can make this happen right now. And you know deep down inside, you don't got the money. You might not have the money for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So try to put yourself in a situation for you to win. Put yourself in a situation before you start reaching out and trying to contact promotional companies, marketing companies, because even when it comes to the marketing and promotion, I forgot who I dealt with. One dude charged me like $20 just to put J Dollar shit up on his Instagram page for like a week. $20. So I was like, all right, cool. But see, also at the same time, I had a plan because I was like, I'm gonna do this with him on this platform, on this dude's platform, but then I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna hit boy over here because he can promote, like a month for this feed right here. So now, boom, you put it out there, all right, people hearing it. Then next thing they know, they might go to somebody else's page and they say, oh shit, he fucking okay. They're like, damn, you know, motherfucker making moves and whatnot. Well, you gotta invest. You gotta invest. See, with the music, in the music industry, it's our especially the ones that sign, to like the majors and whatnot. Man, y'all don't know what the fuck them motherfuckers probably had to invest. Some of them definitely had to invest their soul into them contracts. You know what I'm saying? Some soul tied contracts. Like for real. You want it that bad? How bad do you want it? And I tell any and everybody, you really got to ask yourself some serious questions. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to sell your soul for it? Because I didn't. Ace didn't. I know some other artists, they didn't sell their soul. Might have got fucked. You know, some bad deals and bad relationships and what like that, but niggas didn't sell their motherfucking soul. We still around. We doing what we want to do. You feel me? And that's what it's all about. So DJs, y'all can invest into DJs. Y'all can invest into promotion, the marketing, the advertising. Another one is podcast shows. Man, I've been noticing like so many different podcast shows based on music, and check this out. I'm not knocking nobody. I got to hit this water first. I'm not knocking nobody for doing what I'm about to say. I have ran across a lot of other podcasters for music. They actually charge. They're charging y'all artists. Now, is that right? I'm going to say I don't think that's right. But I understand because it's a business that person is running. They have to take time out to set everything up. If they do like I do, I actually write questions down and go from there and everything. So, like I said, I get it. I'm going to say this. I don't charge. I don't want to charge. I probably should, but I don't want to charge. Only thing I want to do is just help you help me to get your name, your image, so that people can hear your story. And the way how I communicate, I'm like a painter. I know how to use my words to paint the picture. You know what I'm saying? So anybody, any artists out there, you want to get on a podcast show and whatnot, y'all can email me. Y'all can DM me or whatever. Email is podcast11@gmail.com. podcast11@gmail.com. Y'all on Instagram, y'all can on the metaphysical page, y'all can just DM me. On the Ninth House talent page, y'all can DM me also. And both of these videos is going this video is going to be intertwined on both pages and whatnot. But y'all can hit me up. But that's another thing that I know fell from back in the day. It was one of them. You had to know somebody, and then hey, can't because that source was like real big back then. Everybody was trying to get in the source, but we understood if you pay to get in the source, your career can take off and whatnot. And now hell, in this time that we living in now, it's like everybody has their own podcast show. So y'all artists, y'all can reach out to them. Like I said, some of them gonna charge y'all. Make sure that y'all money is right. Don't. Also, another thing is people that be shooting the videos. Man, it's so many people shooting videos nowadays. Shout out to Back in the Classroom. Shout out to Purple Shell. Also, yeah, man. Listen. When it's all said and done, fam, the biggest message that I want everybody to understand and realize is you have to spend money in order to gain some more money. You have to invest into yourself. Now, no matter what your craft is, what your skills are, producers, engineers, vixen models, whatever, you got to invest into yourself. Now, part of that investing, it's going to be some good days. It's going to be some bad days. I did find out it is quote unquote managers, music managers that are scamming artists. It's also artists that are scamming managers. It's also other people, just scammers, just in general, that's in the music industry now. So you have to definitely do your homework on who you want to deal with. Something that I'm very, very big on is building relationships with people and not destroying relationships with people. I'm a firm believer in building a relationship with a person, and certain stuff happens. That person, hey man, I'm gonna charge so and so this price. I'm gonna charge you this price. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in trying to do right by folks, but some folks can't do right by them. Some people are who they are. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the biggest lesson is investing into yourself. Believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Also remember, fam. Yeah, sorry about that, fam. Wifey called, so I had to enter that. Believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Listen, ain't nobody say the shit's gonna be easy. For some of us out here, some things are simple, a little easy. All right. Then you have some other folks where we gotta put the work in. If you like really know yourself and you can kind of like remember and go back, because this is something that I had brought to my wife's attention a couple years ago, and I was talking to her about the power of the mind, and I was telling her how we was taught as kids. Because see, I don't know what they teaching the kids now, but we was taught as kids, as long as you put your mind to it, you can do it. That I used to hear that constantly. It really didn't dawn on me until hell a couple years ago. And the spirit had to make me go back and remember everything that I had overcame, and everything that I had accomplished in my life from the past leading up to now. And the common denominator behind it all was I kept believing, I kept having faith, and I kept working at it. I kept working at it. I kept grinding. I did not stop. And I'm not stopping now. I'm still working. I'm still grinding. So that's the biggest thing that I want everybody to take from this video, from investing. No matter what, like I said, whatever you invest anything into, you got to work at it. You got to believe. You got to have faith. Yes, you're going to have to put some blood, sweat, and tears behind it, but it's going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoyed the video and everything. Y'all already know. As always, fam, peace, love, and joy.